Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everyone is doing well today. Just want to make sure that we are recording and that we have everything going on here and also sharing my screen. Okay. Please forgive me for the if you hear any background noise. I have my little guy here and we are watching Jurassic Park for a little bit. So I hope you can see my screen. See, make sure. Okay. So welcome to today's midweek empowerment circle. This is our midweek call, and I appreciate everyone that always shows up and everyone that watches the replay. Thank you very much. We have been going through a Life Matter series. This week we went over 10 daily practices for a peaceful and powerful week. So yesterday, Tuesday, we went over the 10 the 10 uh lines, the 10 practices for the peaceful life. And if you did not watch it, you're so tired. If you did not watch it, please, I would love if you do go back and watch the the replay because it does have really good points. As you see here, you see the 10 points. I'll go over them really quick. The first one was begin the day grounded. Two was set an intention for the day. Three, choose your three most important priorities. Four, move your body. Five, nourish yourself before you run on empty. Six, protect your peace with boundaries. Seven, take one purposeful step towards your future. Eight, practice gratitude in the middle of your life. Nine, reset your mind and space. 10, end the day with reflections and release. So today we're going to just go deeper on three of the points. So today we're going to go into three that can completely change the way we move through our days. Number one is begin the day grounded. We have protect your peace with boundaries, end the day with reflection and release. I love these three together because they give us a full day framework. We begin grounded so we do not enter the day already overwhelmed. We protect our peace so everything and everyone does not take control of our energy throughout the day. And we end the day by releasing what we were never meant to carry into tomorrow. So to me, these are 3 points that are very, very powerful. So today's message is very simple. Start grounded, live protected, and released. So take a breath, settle into this moment, and give yourself permission to receive whatever you need from today's conversation. As always, please, if you have any questions, do not hesitate on putting this into the comments or reaching out to me or reaching out to someone that you're comfortable with. Don't forget, you don't have to do this alone. There are a lot of people that are going through the same thing as we are, as you are, as I am. So you are not alone. So it is okay to reach out if you need to. Sometimes our daily uh, responsibilities do bring a little bit of overwhelm um, and stressful feelings. But that's when you try to reach out and you take a deep breath and do a little meditation, and then we're okay. Sorry. I apologize for that. So, point number one, begin the day grounded. How we begin our morning often influences how we respond to everything that follows. One powerful statement. I begin my day connected to my peace, my purpose, and myself. So again, many of us make an many of us wake up and immediately reach out for our phone before our feet even touch the floor. We are checking messages, looking at social media, reading emails, thinking about bills, remembering everything we have to do, and observing everybody else's needs. We begin the day reacting before we have even had a chance to connect with ourselves. Then we wonder why we feel overwhelmed by 9 o'clock, by 8 o'clock in the morning. Begin the day grounded does not mean you need an hour long morning routine and candles, yoga, journaling, green juice, and sunrise over the mountains. That sounds lovely, but let's be real. Some mornings we are just trying to find the other shoe. Being grounded can begin with 5 intentional minutes, just 5. Before you begin your energy, before you give your energy to the world, give a small portion of it to yourself. You might sit quietly and breathe. Do a little prayer. Read a devotional. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. Stretch a little. Drink a glass of water. That's very important. A few drops of lemon. If you don't have lemon, it's okay. Water is fine. Speak an affirmation. Decide how you want to feel and respond today. The goals is not controlling everything that will happen. The goal is to decide who you want to be when it happens. So just ask yourself, how do I want to show up today? Maybe your answer is, I want to show up peacefully, focused, patiently. I want to show up courageous, courageously. I want to show up without abandoning myself. When you begin rounded, you are not handling the steering wheel of your day to the first problem that appears. You are reminding yourself, I may not control everything that happens today, but I can choose how I enter it. So, just a reflection question. What is one small practice you can do before checking your phone or entering the demands of your day? Give everyone a moment and give yourself a moment and just think a little bit. So one powerful statement that I want you to remember. I begin my day by I begin my day connected to my peace, my purpose, and myself. It is important for you to remember that. Point number 2, protect your peace with boundaries. Peace is not something that simply appears because everyone around us suddenly becomes reasonable. Powerful statement. Protecting my peace does not make me selfish. It helps me remain whole. Peace is not passive. Again, peace is not something that simply appears because everyone around us suddenly becomes reasonable. Wouldn't that be convenient? Yes, it would. Peace often requires decision. It requires limits. It requires recognizing that what belongs to us and what does not. A boundary is not punishment. A boundary is not rejection. A boundary is a clear decision about what you will allow, what you will participate in, and how you will care for your time, your energy, and your well-being. Some of us were taught to that being loving means always being available. We, especially nowadays, we feel that, look, okay, so I have to support, be there, and forgetting ourselves. We are taught that being a good mother, partner, daughter, caregiver, a friend, an employee, or leader means saying yes, even when we're exhausted. But constantly saying yes to everyone else can become a quiet way of saying no to ourselves. You can love people and still have limits. You can care without carrying everything. You can be supportive without becoming responsible for another adult's choices. You can just say to yourself, you know what? I cannot do that today. I need time to think before I answer. Nothing wrong with that. I am not available at this time. That's okay to say that. I want to help, but this is what I am able to offer. Just limit yourself. I'm not comfortable continuing this conversation while we are speaking to each other this way. Like, don't get yourself um in a negative thing if you don't want to. It's okay to say no. And yes, I know to some people, no is negative, but no is a complete sentence. Always remember that. No need for explanation. No is a complete sentence. We went over that in past weeks. So it does not need a powerful presentation and three supporting witnesses. Boundaries protect our peace from unnecessary exhaustion, resentment, confusion, and emotional overload. But boundaries are not only about other people. Sometimes we need boundaries with ourselves. We may need limits around how long we scroll online, how often we compare ourselves, how much bad news we consume, how late we stay awake, how many projects we begin at one time, how often we replay old mistakes, how quickly we agree to things without checking our capacity. Protecting your peace means becoming more intentional about receives access to what receives access to you. So again, think of what you can do and what you can't do. One reflection question I would love for you to ask yourself. Where in your life are you feeling the most drained? What boundaries may be missed in that area? What is the one respectful sentence you can use this week to communicate that boundary? One powerful statement: protecting my peace does not make me selfish. It helps me remain whole. Could be about you. It's okay. Point number 3: end the day with reflection and release. Many of us finish the day physically tired, but mentally still running. Our bodies is in bed, but our minds is holding a staff meeting at midnight, or we replay conversations, or we think about what we did not finish. We worry about tomorrow. We criticize ourselves for what we should have done differently. We carry unfinished tasks, mistakes, fears, and other people's problems instead of our sleep. That is why ending the day with reflection and release is so powerful. Reflection, reflect allows us to learn from the day without attacking ourselves. Release allows us to stop carrying what cannot be changed tonight. The day is over. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what went well today? This helps us recognize progress that we often overlook. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? This allows the day to teach us rather than simply exhaust us. And what can wait until tomorrow? Everything unfinished is not an emergency. Also, what do I need to release? Maybe you need to release that guilt. Maybe you need to release a conversation you kept replaying. Maybe you need to release the expectation that you should have done more, which we do that a lot. Maybe you need to release responsibilities for something that was never yours to control anyway. Ending the day with reflection does not mean pretending that the day was perfect. It means closing the day with honesty and grace. Some days your reflection may be, I handled that situation well. Why not? Other days, it may be, I didn't respond the way I wanted to, but tomorrow you try again. That's growth. You don't have to punish yourself to improve yourself. You can learn, adjust, forgive yourself, and move forward. Before going to sleep, imagine placing today down. Put it down. The responsibilities that belong to tomorrow can wait for tomorrow. The mistakes that taught you something have already served its purpose. You already learned for that. The worries you cannot solve tonight do not need to sleep beside you. You can put it in the next room. So one reflection today. What have you been, one reflection question, what have you been carrying from one day into the next that you need to release? What is that one thing that you just keep carrying on? Powerman statements. Again, I release what I cannot change tonight and give permission to rest. So these three practices create peaceful rhythm. Connect with yourself before connecting with the noise. On less boundaries to protect your time, energy, and emotions will be. So use those boundaries, protect your time. Reflect on the day, receive the lesson, and put down what does not need to follow you into tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day. And I know one of the things that I say a lot is, well, don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. I get it. But you also don't overdo, because that could create lots of heartache and it could take you into another level. Peace is not the absence of responsibility. It is the presence of intentionality. A powerful life is not built by controlling every situation. It is built by learning how to remain connected to yourself through every situation. So I want everyone to choose one practice for the next 7 days. Just one. A 5-minute grounding routine in the morning. One boundary that protects your peace. A 5-minute reflection and release routine at night. Write it down and make it realistic. Do not choose to perfect any routine. Choose the routine you will actually practice. No perfection. Please complete the sentence. This week, I will create more peace in my life by not carrying over yesterday's problem. Or this week, I will create more peace in my life by letting go of those things that I cannot change and already did. So please, beautiful family, thank you very much for being here. Remember that peaceful and a powerful life is not created in one dramatic moment. It is built through small intentional choices. It is built when you begin your morning without immediate abandoning yourself. You know that you do that. I do that. And that's going to be one of those things that I'm going to leave behind. I am not going to abandon myself because I need to take care of me also. So it is built when you stop carrying yesterday into tomorrow. Yesterday deserves morning that begins with intention. You deserve days protected by healthy boundaries, little war, and you deserve evenings that end with grace. So this week, start let us practice, start grounding, living protected, ending released, ending your day released. You don't need to transform your entire life today. Choose one small practice and begin there. Thank you all for showing up for yesterday another uh and for another one today. Together we continue to rise and thrive with success. So don't forget, you belong here. Do not miss next week. We are going to week 10. Yay to all of us. We're going to do 10 trust about building the life you love. It's going to be real talk, no fluff. Identity level shifts. So your peace requires protection. Do not forget. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you dearly and blessings to you all. Rise and thrive with success.